Once again, the British monarchy finds itself embroiled in an unexpected controversy that has sent shockwaves through the royal family and beyond. This time, the debate centers around a seemingly innocuous gesture, the curtsy. In a development that has stunned royal watchers, Zara Tindal, daughter of Princess Anne, is said to have refused to curtsy before Queen Camilla. While the act itself might seem trivial to the untrained eye, this breach of royal etiquette has become a highly contentious issue, with deep-rooted historical and familial implications. What began as a quiet, personal act of defiance has now ignited a fierce debate over the monarchy's traditions, generational divides, and the role of modernity within the palace walls. Is Zara's refusal a subtle act of rebellion or simply a reflection of changing times? Could this small but significant gesture serve as a microcosm of the larger shifts within the royal family? Join us as we dive deep into this unfolding drama that raises questions about respect, tradition, and the future of the British monarchy. For centuries, curtsying has been more than just a physical gesture in the royal family. It has been a powerful symbol of respect, loyalty, and devotion to the monarchy's hierarchy. Traditionally, royal women curtsy to the queen or senior members of the family as an outward sign of allegiance and reverence. This simple act of lowering one's body in a gesture of deference has transcended time, remaining an integral part of royal protocols in both public and private settings. The curtsy is not legally required, but its importance cannot be overstated. It has served as an unspoken affirmation of the monarchy's continuity and the family's commitment to maintaining its traditions. However, in today's rapidly changing world, where progressive ideas are increasingly challenging long-held norms, the significance of such rituals is being called into question. Zara's alleged refusal to curtsy before Queen Camilla may not be an isolated incident or a personal quirk, but rather a sign of a much larger shift in attitudes toward royal tradition. Zara Tindal is often viewed as one of the most modern and independent members of the royal family. Unlike her cousins Prince William and Prince Harry, Zara was not bestowed with a royal title, a conscious decision made by her mother, Princess Anne. This choice allowed Zara and her siblings to lead a more private and ordinary life, far removed from the intense royal spotlight. As an accomplished Olympic equestrian and a woman who values her privacy, Zara is not a typical royal figure. Her refusal to curtsy could, therefore, be seen as a natural extension of her independent nature. Zara has consistently chosen a path that is less defined by royal protocols and more driven by her own values and desires. Critics suggest that her hesitation to engage in all the ceremonial rituals, such as the curtsy, signifies her modern sensibilities and her belief that certain traditions should evolve with the times. Rather than conforming to the rigid structures that have long defined royal life, Zara's actions reflect the broader changes taking place within the monarchy, a shift from tradition to a more individualized, modern form of respect. The question remains, is Zara's refusal to curtsy a deliberate act of rebellion against royal tradition, or is it simply a reflection of her personal disposition? For many, this gesture goes beyond a minor lapse in protocol. It's viewed as a statement about the changing nature of royal duties and expectations. While senior members of the royal family, including Princess Catherine, are seen curtsying to Queen Camilla, Zara's behavior stands out as distinctly different. Critics argue that such a breach of protocol threatens the very fabric of the royal family's unity. The curtsy, in their view, is not merely a ceremonial gesture but a symbol of the monarchy's cohesion. By refusing to participate, Zara may be seen as undermining the monarchy's hierarchical structure, which has long relied on such traditions to convey respect and order. However, proponents of Zara's actions believe that this is not a rebellion but rather a logical progression of the royal family's evolution in the modern age. In a world that increasingly values individuality and personal freedom, Zara's actions may simply reflect the changing role of the monarchy in a contemporary society. To fully understand Zara's refusal, we must first explore the complicated relationship between Princess Anne and Queen Camilla. For years, rumors of discord between the two women have circulated. Some insiders suggest that the rivalry dates back to the 1970s when both Anne and Camilla were romantically linked to the same man, a situation that allegedly sowed the seeds of lingering resentment. Further fueling this animosity was Princess Anne's subdued response to King Charles's marriage to Camilla in 2005. Unlike the lavish wedding of Charles and Diana, Charles's second wedding was intentionally modest, with Anne's restrained demeanor adding to the speculation that she was not entirely on board with the union. This tension between Anne and Camilla has undeniably influenced Zara's outlook on royal etiquette. Having grown up witnessing her mother's indifference toward Camilla's position, Zara may have internalized these sentiments, subtly influencing her actions in public settings. While there is no definitive evidence that Princess Anne explicitly instructed Zara to refuse the curtsy, it's impossible to ignore the potential impact of these familial dynamics on Zara's behavior. In many ways, Zara's actions could be seen as a reflection of the unresolved tensions that have persisted within the royal family for decades. Another layer of complexity is added when we consider Zara's close relationship with her uncle, King Charles, who is also her godfather. Zara and Charles have shared a strong bond for years, and this connection may provide further insight into her decision to withhold the curtsy. While it's clear that Zara's relationship with Camilla is complicated, her loyalty to her uncle has been unwavering. For some observers, Zara's refusal to curtsy to Camilla is not an outright rejection of her, but rather a reaffirmation of Zara's allegiance to Charles. Royal insiders suggest that Zara's decision may stem from her deep respect for King Charles and her reluctance to conform to what she perceives as outdated customs. In her mind, her behavior is not about snubbing Camilla, it's about asserting her personal connections and valuing the relationships that matter most to her. Zara's actions, while controversial, could be seen as a subtle assertion of her individuality and her willingness to challenge royal norms in favor of personal expression. The curtsy controversy has sparked a broader conversation about the role of tradition within the British monarchy. Is it time for the monarchy to evolve and adapt to the modern world, or should it remain steadfast in its commitment to centuries-old customs? The debate over the curtsy represents a much larger shift in how royal family members engage with the institution they are part of. Traditionalists argue that maintaining customs like the curtsy is essential to preserving the dignity and continuity of the monarchy. These practices are seen as integral to the very foundation of the royal family, ensuring that the monarchy remains a symbol of respect and tradition. However, there is a growing segment of the population, especially among younger royals and progressive observers, who believe that such formality is outdated and irrelevant in today's world. As Zara's actions suggest, the royal family is increasingly divided over these issues. On one hand, there are those who believe that adherence to tradition is vital for maintaining royal prestige. On the other hand, there are voices calling for a more modern, flexible approach that reflects the changing times. Zara's refusal to curtsy may be the catalyst for a much-needed discussion about how the monarchy can evolve while still retaining the respect and reverence it has long commanded. The curtsy controversy has not only divided public opinion but has also revealed deeper fractures within the royal family itself. What was once a simple act of deference has now become a symbol of a broader cultural shift within the monarchy. Zara's refusal could represent a generational shift in royal expectations, one that favors individualism over tradition. The consequences of this shift could be far-reaching. If younger royals like Zara continue to challenge traditional norms, the monarchy may find itself at a crossroads. Will the royal family maintain its established rituals, or will it adapt to meet the demands of a rapidly changing world? How the monarchy handles this issue in the coming years will determine not only its future but also its relevance in the 21st century. What are your thoughts on Zara Tindal's refusal to curtsy to Queen Camilla? Is this a bold act of rebellion or simply a sign of a changing monarchy? How should the royal family respond to these shifting dynamics? Share your thoughts in the comments below, we'd love to hear from you. Thank you for watching. If you found this analysis insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more royal news and updates. Stay tuned as we continue to bring you exclusive insights into the lives of the British royal family.